Hello and welcome back to the Smash Archive, the series where we look at every game franchise represented in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Continuing our overviews of all the smaller series in Smash, we've now reached what is Nintendo's best-selling dedicated home console, the Wii. As a quick refresher on how these videos go, we'll be looking at series or games that first popped up on the Wii, either as a physical release or as a digital-only WiiWare title, along with a couple pieces of software or channels that came pre-installed on the Wii. Also, for the sake of this video, games that are part of the greater Wii series will be treated as separate franchises, as Smash seems to do so by giving Wii Sports and Wii Fit different series icons, as opposed to lumping them together under the general Mii series like some other franchises are in the Spirits list. With that out of the way, let's get started. The Mii Channel is a pre-installed piece of software on the Wii which allows you to create Miis, avatar characters that can be used across a variety of games, mostly as either save icons or as playable characters. The Miis have since become icons of this era of Nintendo, with every system since the Wii featuring some kind of Mii maker, mainly thanks to certain titles we'll be talking about later only using Miis as playable characters. As this is just a simple avatar creator, there's not really any characters or locations you can pull from. Because of that, the only things taken are two music tracks with two versions of the Mii Channel theme, with a Brawl remix which opens with the channel's Wii menu jingle, and a Smash 4 remix. Similar to the Mii Channel, the Wii Shop Channel was pre-installed software which served as the Wii's online store, which by using a proprietary currency dubbed Wii Points, you could download additional channels, smaller scale digital-only titles referred to as WiiWare, and games from older consoles which were released under the collective banner of Virtual Console. Whilst the Wii Shop Channel did leave an impact on later Nintendo digital stores, with the DSi shop being an almost exact copy down to digital titles being named DSiWare, along with the Virtual Console name being reused for retro titles released on the 3DS and Wii U eShops, the Wii Shop Channel would end up being shut down in January of 2019, with it nowadays only allowing users to re-download titles they already purchased, as well as two channels dedicated to fixing a soft lock glitch in Skyward Sword and a save data transfer tool to send saves between a Wii and Wii U. As this is another case of Smash pulling from an application instead of a game, there's not much you could take from it. So just like the Mii Channel, all that was taken was two music tracks, with two versions of the Wii Shop Channel theme, with the original song and a Smash 4 remix also includes the Mii Channel theme. Wii Sports is a 5-in-1 compilation pack of sports games which was made to help show what could be done using the Wii Remote's motion controls, with it acting as both the first entry in the greater Wii series, along with it also being the packing game that was included with every new Wii, which inadvertently led it to dethrone Super Mario Bros. As the best-selling Nintendo game, with it also currently standing as the best-selling game exclusive to one platform and the 4th best-selling game of all time at 82.9 million copies sold. Wii Sports would later see a sequel with Wii Sports Resort, which expanded the number of sports from 5 to 12 and was originally sold as a pack-in title for Wii Motion Plus, an accessory which plugged into the bottom of a Wii Remote to allow for more accurate motion controls, before later on being included alongside Wii Sports as the Wii's pack-in title, leading it to sell 33.14 million copies, making it the 3rd best-selling Wii game and the 20th best-selling game of all time. In addition, the original Wii Sports would receive a HD remake on the Wii U titled Wii Sports Club, the main additions being online play, new control schemes involving the Wii U gamepad, and compatibility with Wii Motion Plus, along with 2022's Nintendo Switch Sports being sold as a Wii Sports sequel, making it the first and currently only title in the Wii series to not have Wii in the title, with it currently standing as the Switch's 19th best-selling game at 10.77 million copies. Because of how unfathomably popular the original Wii Sports was, there's a lot of content from this series. To start off, we have the stage Woohoo Island, an island which first appeared as part of some of the mini-games included in Wii Fit, but wouldn't be properly fleshed out until it was made the central location of Wii Sports Resort. The stage itself is a touring stage, which takes fighters all over the island, with Mii's being seen throughout either participating or watching various sports. The stops being the Frisbee Dog Park, the Swaying Bridge, a cruiser boat in the ocean, some rocks in the sea, the top of Maka Woohoo, which is the volcano the island is named after, a gate from the various aquatic sports, the town plaza in front of the Wishing Fountain, the Swordplay Coliseum, and a cliffside called Talon Rock. In addition, there's 8 music tracks, with a new remix of the title screen music from the original Wii Sports, a Smash 4 medley containing Wii Sports' title screen music, Wii Sports Resort's title screen music, and Resort's Mii selection music. 3 versions of Wii Sports Resort's title screen music, with the original song, a Smash 4 remix which opens with the race start jingle from Mario Kart 7, along with containing the Power Cruiser result screen music, as well as a second Smash 4 remix. A new remix of the title screen music from Wii Sports Club, the tennis training session music from Wii Sports Club, and the baseball training session music from Wii Sports Club. Similar to Wii Sports, Wii Play was a launch title for the Wii, which primarily served as a way to show what the Wii Remote was capable of, with it being a collection of 10 minigames which are primarily played using the controller's infrared pointer. The games ranging from a shooting gallery to a top-down tank combat game. Whilst a fairly simple game, thanks to it being sold as part of a bundle alongside an additional Wii Remote, Wii Play ended up managing to sell 28.02 million copies, making it the 5th best-selling Wii game and the 29th best-selling game of all time, leading it to later get a sequel titled Wii Play Motion, which was similarly sold as part of a bundle with a Wii Remote Plus. Basically a Wii Remote with Wii Motion Plus built in, though it didn't sell nearly as well as the original Wii Play, with only 1.26 million copies sold, putting it at a distant 54 first on the list of best-selling Wii games. Since Wii Play is one of the less discussed Wii series games, other than being disregarded as a lesser Wii Sports, there's not much from this series. The only thing taken is a music track, with the music used during the minigame Charge. Wii Fit, if you couldn't tell from the title, is a fitness game that was sold as part of a bundle with the Wii Balance Board, which by using pressure sensors can measure shifts in weight on the board. The game allowing the player to participate in yoga poses and strength exercises, along with playing various aerobic and balance-centric mini-games. Wii Fit performed really well, managing to sell 22.67 million copies, making it the 6th best-selling Wii game, with it later seeing an expanded version titled Wii Fit Plus, which included more exercises and mini-games, along with the ability to formulate regular workout routines with the new My Wii Fit Plus mode, with this version of the game selling 21.13 million copies, making it the 7th best-selling Wii game on its own, and when combined with the original game's sales, makes Wii Fit the 14th best-selling game of all time at 43.8 million copies. The series would also receive a third entry on the Wii U with Wii Fit U, which added new exercises that incorporate the Wii U gamepad, along with it being packaged alongside a pedometer called the Fit Meter. Due to the surprising popularity of the original game, as well as it being the main focus of the greater Wii series representation in Smash, there's a lot of content from Wii Fit. First, we have fighter number 47, Wii Fit Trainer, the nameless fitness instructors who guide the player through various exercises, but the ones in Smash specifically being based on the trainers from the original Wii Fit, using the female trainer as the default outfit and the male trainer as an alternate costume. Next is the stage Wii Fit Studio, which is based on the training studio used for the yoga exercises. The stage effectively being a flat walk-off with some floating platforms modeled after the Wii Balance Board, with the platforms, along with the mirror in the background, occasionally disappearing before being replaced with a white background featuring a silhouette performing a yoga pose. Finally, in the background, it's possible to see cameos from an animated Wii Balance Board who serves as the player's advisor throughout the series, as well as silhouetted humans performing various yoga poses or using the exercise equipment, which resembles various on-screen indicators throughout the series. Then we have 10 music tracks, with a new remix of Wii Fit's main menu music, which also contains the music from Advanced Step, the user settings, and rhythm boxing. A Smash 4 remix of the music from the Hula Hoop minigames. For the minigame Rhythm Boxing. The music from the Advanced Step minigame. The theme used for yoga sessions. A Smash 4 remix of the theme used for the free mode version of the Skateboard Arena minigame in Wii Fit Plus, with the track also containing the minigame intro and results music. Mischievous Moleway, the music that plays during the Segway Circuit minigame, Smash specifically using the version from the Advanced difficulty course. Smash 4 Wii Fit Plus Medley, which contains the minigame intro theme, obstacle course, Rhythm Parade, Perfect 10, and Snowball Fight. A new remix of the training menu music from Wii Fit U. And the theme for the Core Lodge minigame from Wii Fit U. Finally, there's 11 spirits, and to save repetition, any spirit which features the trainers uses artwork original to Smash Ultimate. Number 921, Wii Fit Trainer Female, a fighter spirit. The Wii Fit Trainer's moveset in Smash primarily consists of various yoga poses, along with a couple references to some of the Mii-centric minigames, with their look being based on the original Wii Fit Trainers, albeit with the more detailed face coming from the trainers in Wii Fit U. Number 922, Wii Fit Trainer Male, a fighter spirit. One interesting thing about the Wii Fit Trainers is that, with the sole exception of the Pokemon trainer, they have the most voice actors out of any character in Smash, with 17, having 2 actors each for American and British English, Japanese, Latin American and Iberian Spanish, German and Italian, with French getting 3 actors due to another person being brought in for the male trainer's grunts. Number 923, Wii Balance Board, a master spirit who runs the lightweight style dojo, which increases ground mobility, jump height, mid-air jump speed, and air mobility, whilst decreasing attack damage, damage resistance, additional acceleration, and weight. As mentioned earlier, this is an in-universe characterization of the Wii Balance Board, who serves as your fitness advisor throughout the series, the spirit artwork specifically coming from its appearance in Wii Fit U. Number 924, Pet. A 2-slot novice primary neutral spirit. One of the additions in Wii Fit Plus was the ability to weigh your pet dog or cat using the balance board, with them sometimes appearing alongside you in certain mini-games. Number 925, Jackknife. A 1-slot novice support spirit with the effect Foot Attack Up. An exercise which focuses on strengthening your abs by lying on your back and lifting both arms and legs to form a V shape, with it appearing in Smash as the Wii Fit Trainer's neutral aerial. Number 926, Deep Breathing. A 1-slot ace support spirit with the effect Down Special Up. A breathing exercise which is often done to help better control breathing during yoga or an exercise, with it appearing in Smash as the trainer's Down Special. Number 927, Sun Salutation. A 2-slot ace support spirit with the effect Ice Floor Immunity. A yoga exercise which helps tone your arms and thighs, which consists of raising your arms above and slightly behind your head before bending forward to touch your toes, with this appearing as a projectile move as the trainer's neutral special. Number 928, Tree. A 2-slot ace support spirit with the effect Unflinching Charged Smashes. A yoga pose which assists in balance and posture by stretching the spine along with strengthening back and leg muscles, with the pose being included as Wii Fit Trainer's Up Smash. Number 929, Dancer. A 1-slot novice support spirit with the effect Lightweight. An advanced yoga pose that helps lift your hips and glutes along with realigning the spine, though it requires having strong legs as well as good balance and flexibility to maintain it, with the pose serving as the trainer's forward tilt. Number 930, Warrior. A 1-slot advanced support spirit with the effect Physical Attack Up. A good yoga pose for beginners which helps tone your thighs and hips and align the pelvis, with it being used by the trainers as their forward smash. And number 931, Arm and Leg Lift. A 1-slot advanced support spirit with the effect Falling Immunity. An advanced exercise which consists of crouching on the ground before lifting one arm up along with the opposite leg, switching the arm and leg every few reps, with it helping tone shoulder and hip muscles as well as improving balance. The exercise appearing in Smash as the Wii Fit Trainer's Down Smash. Captain Rainbow is a Japan-exclusive action-adventure game developed by Skip Limited, the same company responsible for the Chibi Robo series, which sees you explore an island full of forgotten Nintendo characters, with the goal of helping them out in order to get Kararin crystals to eventually make stars appear, so you can wish to either help yourself or make the wishes of those stuck on the island come true. Whilst the game got decent reviews, mainly praising its writing and characters, it reportedly sold poorly, only managing to sell 6,361 copies during its launch week and 22,682 copies by the end of 2008, though the game has since gathered a small cult following. As this is pretty much the only game people know Skip for outside of the Chibi Robo series, there's a decent amount of stuff from Captain Rainbow. First we have the music track Tomorrow's Passion, which plays when sparring Little Mac. addition, there's two spirits. Number 1242, Nick, a 2-slot novice primary neutral spirit which can be enhanced at level 99. The game's main protagonist who travels to the island in hopes of restoring his popularity after the Captain Rainbow TV show loses relevancy. And number 1243, Captain Rainbow, a 2-slot ace primary neutral spirit with the effect First Strike Advantage. Nick's superhero alter ego who wields a powerful yo-yo, with Nick being able to transform between his normal and Captain Rainbow forms thanks to the use of a special belt. Disaster Day of Crisis is an action game made by Monolith Soft, the same studio behind the Xenoblade Chronicles series, which came about when they decided to make a new game which could play to the strengths of the Wii, instead of just porting the GameCube title Baten Kaitos Origins. The game revolves around fighting terrorists and saving civilians, all the while needing to survive various natural disasters, with the game including multiple segments which require the use of motion controls. Whilst the game released in Japan just fine, due to its poor performance in PAL regions, along with Nintendo of America's president at the time, Reggie Fils-Aimé, just thinking the game wasn't very good, it would never see a US release, with it getting an overall mixed reception. Due to this legacy, Disaster Day of Crisis is the first in a long list of games we'll be talking about which only gets a spirit. In this case, being spirit number 1244, Raymond Bryce, a 3-slot novice primary shield spirit. A former US Marine who, after leaving the International Rescue Team after fellow member Steve Harwitt sacrificed himself to save Bryce from a volcano eruption, was recruited by the FBI to work for the Crisis Management Division, the game following his mission to take down a terrorist group who are threatening to detonate multiple stolen nukes, along with kidnapping Steve's sister, Lisa. Returning to the Wii series, we have Wii Music, which lets you perform music using the Wii Remote, either by using buttons or motion controls depending on the instrument, with the game featuring 66 different instruments and 50 songs to play. Though, due to a mix of the game's overly simplistic gameplay, imprecise motion controls, and the majority of the track list being public domain music, Wii Music is often derided as the worst game in the Wii series, and one of the worst music games of all time. And despite being the 27th best-selling Wii game at 2.86 million copies sold, it remains as the only Wii series game to have never gotten a direct sequel, ignoring the Europe-exclusive Wii Chess. Because of that, the only thing that was taken is Spirit number 1079, Sebastian Toot, a 2-slot ace support spirit which lets you start the battle with a Franklin badge. Wii Music's host who teaches you how to play the various instruments and guides you through the game's various modes and mini-games. Takt of Magic is a Japan-exclusive real-time RPG that was developed by Taito, the company most known for games like Space Invaders and Bubble Bobble, with this actually being a spiritual successor to the DS game Lost Magic, with both games having a unique combat system where in order to perform an attack or spell, you have to draw out an image which correlates to the spell, with the Wii Remote being used to both draw out the spells and issue commands to your party during battle. Since this is a somewhat obscure Japan-only title, which in itself is a spiritual follow-up to a Taito game, this is another series that just gets the spirit. That being spirit number 1246, Orville, a 3-slot advanced primary grab spirit with the effect Magic Attack Up. Takt of Magic's main protagonist whose village is attacked and taken over on his 17th birthday, with the game seeing his attempt to liberate the world of Entrol from a ruthless empire. Zangeki no Reginleiv is an action game inspired by Norse mythology, which only saw release in Japan and was made by Sandlot, who are most known for the Earth Defense Force series. The game seeing you fight against waves of enemies using a mix of melee and ranged weapons, with it also being the first Nintendo-published game to get a Zero D rating, effectively the Japanese equivalent of the ESRB's M rating. The game did fairly good sales-wise, reaching 9th place on Japanese sales charts the week it released, and becoming the 14th best-selling Wii game during 2010 in the country, though the reviews were mixed, mainly criticizing the unnecessary motion controls and lack of depth. Since this is another somewhat obscure Japan-only title, only one spirit was taken from this game, specifically spirit number 1247, Frey and Freya, a 2-slot advanced primary attack spirit with the effect Sword Attack Up. Twin Asgardian deities who serve as the main protagonists, having been sent to protect the world of Midgard from attacking giants, Frey being skilled with melee weapons, whilst Freya is proficient with bows and magic. And-Kensaku is a party game which only released in Japan and was made with cooperation from Google, with it being developed by a mix of Nintendo and Shift, who have worked on games like Ape Escape Academy and the God Eater series. The game consisting of 14 minigames which all revolve around players trying to predict the number of search results for a term on Google. Due to this game being kind of obscure, as well as completely unplayable to someone who can't read Japanese, the only thing taken is spirit number 1248, And-Kensaku, a 1-slot novice support spirit with the effect Electric Resist Up, a robot who introduces you to the game, along with serving as the host for the main menus and 2 of the minigames, Kensaku Panel 9 and Bakuden's Survival. Now we have our final stop on the Wii series with the party game Wii Party, which was made by ND Cube, the studio who afterwards would take over as the main developers of the Mario Party series, starting with Mario Party 9, with the game having come about from the idea that by swapping the Mario cast for Mii's, players would be able to strengthen the idea of playing with friends, which would explain why the game takes a lot of cues from Mario Party, from the mini-games to various board game themed party modes. Wii Party would end up selling 9.35 million copies, making it the 11th best-selling Wii game, with it also getting a sequel on Wii U titled Wii Party U, which added new modes and mini-games which utilized the Wii U gamepad, with this game managing to sell 1.79 million copies, which, whilst a significant drop-off from the original Wii Party, still makes it the 12th best-selling Wii U game. Since these are some of the more popular games in the Wii series, albeit not at the same level as Wii Sports or Wii Fit, Wii Party briefly breaks the pattern of games that only get a spirit. First, we have a music track with the theme used for the house party games Name That Face and Sketchy Situation from Wii Party U. On top of that is spirit number 1080, Party Fill, a 1-slot ace support spirit with the effect Easier Perfect Shield, the host of Wii Party who guides players through the various minigames and modes, his spirit artwork coming from Wii Party U, where he hosts the game alongside his younger sister, Party Penny. FlingSmash is an action game developed by Artoon, the same studio responsible for titles such as Yoshi's Island DS and the Blinks series, which was sold as part of a bundle with a Wii Remote Plus. The game seeing you swing the remote in order to launch a ball back and forth to destroy enemies and obstacles, being a sort of mix of an auto-scroller and Breakout, the goal of each level being to find 3 medals within the stage in order to get a pearl. Since the game didn't do great review-wise, and nowadays is mostly remembered as part of an old Scott the Woz joke, FlingSmash serves as our return to series only getting a spirit, this time being spirit number 1249, Zip, a 2-slot novice support spirit which lets you start the battle with a hothead, an old hero who long ago used the pearls to bring peace to Suthon Island, with the game seeing him be reawakened when the island is put under threat, with Zip acting as the paddle ball within gameplay. Fluidity, or Hydroventure in Power Regions, is a physics-based puzzle game which was released as a WiiWare title and was developed by Curve, who have worked on the Stealth Inc. series along with publishing titles such as Ollie Ollie and Human Fall Flat. The game needing you to transport a pool of water from one area to another, which is done by tilting the Wii remote in order to turn the world. The game ended up becoming one of the more popular WiiWare titles, with it eventually getting a sequel on the 3DS eShop titled Fluidity Spin Cycle, which was pretty much just more of the same, but with the game now being played by tilting the 3DS. As these games are fairly straightforward puzzle games, the only thing that was taken was spirit number 1273, Eddie, a 1-slot novice support spirit with the effect water and ice attack up. A water spirit who takes up the role of the pool of water you have to guide in the sequel, Spin Cycle, with Eddie having entered an encyclopedia in order to save the rainbow spirits and clear it of the ink-like substance called goop. The Last Story is an action RPG which was developed by a mix of Mistwalker, the studio responsible for the Blue Dragon and Terra Battle series, and AQ Interactive, who've worked on titles like Ju-On the Grudge, Cubic Ninja, and the PlayStation 3 port of No More Heroes, with the game following a group of mercenaries who travel to the island fortress of Lazulis, where they end up taking on missions during an ongoing war between humans and beast-like creatures called Guraks. Whilst the game was published by Nintendo in both Japan and Power Regions, it wasn't originally going to release in America, but after a large fan campaign called Project Rainfall was started to get it, Xenoblade Chronicles, and the next game we'll be discussing released over there, it did end up getting released in America, albeit with publishing duties being handed over to the company Xseed. Given this was one of the bigger games to release towards the end of the Wii's life cycle, The Last Story breaks the 1 spirit curse by instead getting 2 spirits. Number 1250, Zale, a 1-slot advanced primary attack spirit, the game's main protagonist who works for the mercenary group that arrives in Lazulis and dreams of bettering his life by becoming a knight, with him also gaining magic powers when during one of his missions he was branded with the Mark of the Outsider. And number 1251, Callista, a 3-slot advanced primary grab spirit, the niece and only heir to the island's ruler, Count Argonon, who, due to being kept as a prisoner within the castle and being forced into an arranged marriage, ends up sneaking out of the castle with hopes of freedom, which is when she ends up running into Zale and his group of mercenaries, taking on the role as the game's female lead. Pandora's Tower is an action RPG made by the studio Gambarian, whose output primarily consists of licensed games based on the long-running manga series One Piece, with it having fell into a similar situation as The Last Story, where despite Nintendo publishing the game in Japan and Power Regions, America wouldn't get it until, in response to the Project Rainfall campaign, publishing duties were handed over to Xseed. The game itself sees you explore the 13 towers, whilst just combating monsters in order to gather flesh to constantly push back an ever-present time limit, the end goal being to defeat the masters of each tower. Continuing the similarities with the last story, the only content pulled from Pandora's tower is two spirits. Number 1252, Aaron, a 2-slot advanced primary grab spirit, a knight from the Kingdom of Arthos who acts as the game's main protagonist, combating the various monsters in the towers using the Orculus chain, a whip-like weapon which can tie up, bind, and swing around enemies, along with ripping armor and items from them. And number 1253, Alina, a 1-slot advanced support spirit with the effect trade-off defense up, a woman from Illyria who, despite their homes being at war, fell in love with Aaron, but has since fallen victim to a curse which will turn her into a monster, only being able to delay it by regularly eating the flesh of creatures from the tower, with the only permanent cure being to eat the hearts of the tower's masters. Kiki Trick is an audio-based party game that only released in Japan, which consists of playing through various game modes that all revolve around listening to garbled audio and trying to figure out what's being said, with the game having been developed with assistance from a Japanese sound engineering company called Otto Designers Co. Limited. Similar to the previously discussed And-Kensaku, as this is a fairly unknown title which is effectively unplayable for people who don't know Japanese, this is a series that only gets a spirit. That being spirit number 1261, Noise, a 1-slot novice support spirit with the effect PSI resist up. The game's host who asks for your help as he struggles communicating to people due to their sentences coming out distorted, leaving him unable to understand what they're saying. And that's every minor series in Smash to come from the Wii. In terms of the overall rankings of representation, Wii Play, Disaster Day of Crisis, Wii Music, Takt of Magic, Zangeki no Reginleiv, And-Kensaku, FlingSmash, Fluidity, and Kiki Trick are tied 153rd with 56 other series. The Mii Channel, the Wii Shop Channel, Wii Party, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower are tied 109th with 39 other series. Captain Rainbow is tied 88th with 20 other series. Wii Sports is tied 43rd with Pilot Wings, putting it above Nintendogs and Ice Climber, but below Rhythm Heaven and Pac-Man, along with making it tied for the 6th most represented series without a playable character. And Wii Fit is 33rd, ranking above the King of Fighters, but below Fatal Fury, as well as being the 7th least represented series with a playable character. As a reminder for the episodes coming up, the next episode will be an overview of content taken from the Animal Crossing and Pikmin series. The one after that will be a result of a poll in the community tab, which will close as soon as Volume 19 releases. And finally, Volume 21 will be a look at all the minor series to come from the 3DS and Wii U. Until then, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with whatever is being posted, and thanks for watching.